friends, welcome back to our Stemmed Up class. Today we will be making a homemade trampoline of sorts. So for this project you will need a colander or some kind of strainer, some rubber bands, toothpicks, binder clips, a sack. I used a Walmart sack, or a trash bag or something will work as well, and then a little ball. I'm using a rubber band ball, but you could also use a golf ball or ping pong ball, just whatever you want. So I've already kind of made mine, but I'm going to, because it's a little time consuming, but I'm going to walk you through how to lay all of this out. So underneath here, the first thing I did was stretch about 8 rubber bands all over my cauldron. And I did that by threading the rubber band through one of these holes, which takes a little bit of patience. And then you use your toothpick, insert it on the other side to hold it in place. And then you stretch it all the way across to the other side. And then this part gets a little tricky, so you kind of have to practice a bit to put the rubber band through the other side, if I can get it. And then you stick another toothpick in between that side. And so like I said, I did that about 8 times. Or with about 8 different rubber bands. So then once you get all your rubber bands crisscrossed all over the place, you don't want all of them intersecting at one point, so just kind of mix it up to make sure you get lots of intersections. And then you're going to take your sack. Like I said, I just used a plastic grocery sack, but you could also cut up a like a little trash bag or something. And I just cut it into a circle a little smaller than my colander here, and then use little binder clips to stretch it out and then clip it to the rubber band pieces so that it's kind of all flat. And so then you take your ball and see if it bounces. So trampolines usually are constructed of springs, which and they use a principle developed by physicist Robert Hooke. It's called Hooke's law, which means that the force applied to a spring is going to come right back at you, and it kind of goes in with Newton's third law about that every action has an equal opposite reaction. So we're using what are they called, rubber bands, which are a little different than springs in some properties, but it's basically the same concept. So like whenever you jump on a trampoline, the force that you apply is going to come right back up, and that's why the harder you jump, the farther up you bounce back. So you can test it by, if you have your dropper ball from down here, it's going to bounce a little bit. And then if you drop it from up high, it's going to bounce even more. So just have fun playing with it, and you can even measure how high it bounces whenever you drop it from different heights, and post your homemade trampolines in the comments. Thanks, guys.